Man, we are live in the den.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers to that glass of water over there. My big wild voice.
So you had to tell them what it was.
Yeah, to tell them what it was.
Big wild. Shit, that's super clear. Some people that know you know that's water, and they ain't gonna let you violate. Hey man, look here. We have a super special guest in the den. But before we get there, my guest is Malik Farrakhan, CEO, founder of Ceasefire Don't Smoke the Brothers, and then he added the sisters to it.
Can I go live?
We're not live though.
No, I'm saying, can I go live?
Can you go back with it?
No, live.
No, you can't. You want to? Yeah, you can do that. Let him do it.
Right.
So tell you, okay, yeah. All right. Let you man. We normally don't do this.
Go.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Don't turn it off.
No, you good.
No, don't turn it off.
You good.
Go live. We straight? So, back to the monologue.
Got live one?
Huh?
Live? Oh, no.
No, his live was stopped at 1.
You mean one?
It wouldn't let it after, it normally counts down.
Oh.
Mr. Technology Man, can you see if you can fix
That's a
that?
service issue.
It ain't the service. You couldn't go live either?
I'm never trying to go live. You won't.
But anyway,
Tell them.
Malik Farrakhan is here in the den, and he's here with a heavy heart because one of his main constituents, and a big guy with Ceasefire Don't Smoke the Brothers and Sisters. The late great Jim Brown passed away today, and so
Rest in peace.
rest in peace to Jim Brown. You know, if you ever in DC, the Ceasefire headquarters up on 14th Street up by the bus barn, that's a museum within itself. The pictures are on the wall, all the work. I had the pleasure of meeting this great man, I want to say might have been the early 2000s when I started running the Goodman League. He got enough courage, built up enough courage to come across that bridge.
Yeah. Yes,
The great man that he is, he called me and said, man, if I come across Southeast to the bridge, you got me? I said, yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah.
Only when I come uptown to your boxing events, that you got me. He said, I got you.
Yes,
So
sir.
there it is. And that started a great friendship. He coming over there praising me about doing stuff in my community, and I knew about Ceasefire Don't Smoke the Brothers and Sisters, but I didn't know. I just knew what I heard, and just like him, heard, you know, this guy over here in Southeast on the front lines and in the dungeon in the jungle, you know, doing this shit from the heart. So man, we developed a great friendship, man, and I guess and he said he don't do podcasts. So that lets you know right there. That lets you know right there.
Glad to have you.
No, my pleasure.
That this my guy. This my guy, along with that monumental production crew, Daru. I got to meet Daru and Daru Get Well. That led me to that Madness Connection crew. I met some good people through Malik Farrakhan, man. Malik Farrakhan is in the den, man, and it's a great pleasure to have him here, man. If you don't know, you know. Ceasefire Don't Smoke the Brothers and Sisters. Hell of an organization, man, that's been fighting crime a long time. Way before I even met them in the early 2000s. They've been on the map. I went up there to the museum I'm gonna call it a museum. He got everybody from the late, just passing Jim Brown, everybody, the minister, Louis Farrakhan, he got a great story. I had my research guy, I told him, I said, hey man, we got Malik Farrakhan, man, in the den, you gotta Google him, I don't give a fuck what you do. I said, he got a hell of a story. So I called my man up early today. I said, man, did you Google Malik Farrakhan? He said, man, God damn. He said, you right. He said, Malik Farrakhan got a hell of a story and a hell of a guy, advocate, and we're gonna get into it all. I'm not gonna tell Malik Farrakhan's story. He gonna tell it, and great guy, man. Been doing the boxing thing with Madness up on Upshur for the last, what's this, 28 years?
15
Just 15?
years doing that, just doing that.
That's doing that.
Right.
It's major. A lot of people in this town, man, they want to be hitters, but they don't want the shit that go with being hitters. And my man gonna touch on it because y'all know how he is. That sign right there ain't for him. The no holds barred, that ain't for him. He been no holds barred since I met him. Great to have you in the den, my friend.
My pleasure.
Great to have you. Got a funny Beverly hat on tonight. Hey man, I love you, man. I'm glad you're here, man.
Maybe more, man. All three of y'all,
So
man.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hey, you gotta take us back to growing up. I thought you was a Northwest guy. I thought you was an uptown guy. You just told me you grew up on 16th and Good Hope.
No, I lived
over there.
I lived over there, right? But I'm originally from uptown.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know, and from
sprinkle.
downtown, uptown, right? But relatives, and then, being in long room, starting off with that and receiving home. I met good men all over the city.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time that, red niggas, right, excuse that N-word, mm push-ups, I can't do
Nah,
them.
we
No, that's part of the ceasefire.
Oh,
Ask him how many push-ups I eat.
You can push us for everything.
But I met good men, man, all over across this, and then the family all across the city. And so I wound up living, I got married, and moved up 16th at the top of the hill. I can't remember the address, but it was that apartment on the left-hand side before you go around the bend, right? Then off Willow Road, the church, right? But, Native Washington told me, man, and this what I don't understand is how we just claimed one part of the city when we was born here. The whole city belongs to us, man.
the whole city.
The whole city, man. These Yankees and foreigners and shit, and they come from other places. They say they natives, right? But we truly natives, man. But I don't want to just break out. Ask me what you want to ask me, and then I'll
Because
respond.
my research man, he was shocked.
No, I was shocked. One thing
I'm gonna defer to Big Happy. He finally get to speak on the podcast.
I finally get to speak. Ain't that something?
It's all you.
Come on with it, Big Happy.
Yeah, one thing that I heard you say is that in elementary school, man, you were a problem child, man. And can you explain to Miles, like?
You ain't got to explain to me. Explain it to me.
Explain to the people
Well,
what happened at the beginning of elementary school.
Yeah.
My man told me you was a goddamn problem child from day one.
I would have been a
Who gets
problem.
kicked out of elementary school?
But once I tell you, then you can kind of understand. Right? I never was a problem child. I didn't like people having authority over me that didn't look like me.
Gotcha.
So that,
Right.
as a fucking kid, you thought this started as a kid.
Yeah, well, my great grandmother, right? Mary Spears was a slave,
Okay.
right? And she died at 114 years old.
Wow.
And used to sit me on her lap. And, you know, my mother would tell me, boy, you ain't supposed to remember none of that, right? That you too young. But it stuck in my brain, man. You feel me? And consequently going to school, first one was Catholic school, right? St. Augustine. They got put out in the kindergarten. Right?
Who the fuck gets put out of kindergarten?
A couple brothers.
Wasn't his fault, man.
Right? A couple brothers that was a little older than me, at my age, went up on the roof. Right? I go up on the roof, and they threw a brick, and the brick hit the nun in the eye. I looked over.
When they saw you.
Leroy did it! And I was always told,
Wow.
you don't do no telling. You feel me? So I kept my mud, but that caused me to get a good ass whooping when I got home.
You know you got ass
And
whipped.
got put out of that school, right? So then they put me
Not suspended.
I put out.
So they had no snitching in kindergarten?
You
No,
feel me? Yeah, no snitching period.
In kindergarten back in the goddamn what
You feel
the
me? You know,
50s,
my
60s?
father was a hell of a gangster, man.
Okay.
And he, you know, he did 19 years in Alcatraz.
Wow.
Right. He was on the rock.
You feel me? And, you know, he didn't get a chance to breathe into me. But some of his partners
Right.
that came home used to come and get me. And they was cold gangsters back at that time, right? And they would, you know, show me how to pull my socks up. Men don't dress like this, men don't do, right? You know. But I wound up getting put out of there. And then they put me in another Catholic school called St. Joseph Catholic School over on Sergeant Road, right? And one with 3 blacks in there, right?
In the old damn school.
In the whole school, you know. And I had that long curly hair.
Oh, you had curly hair?
Man, that shit was like,
You got receipts on the curly hair?
and being red, right? And back at that time, most red didn't have nothing coming, man. But I wasn't going for that.
But you had the curly hair.
You know, wasn't going for it, man. And so while I'm there, there's actually wasn't but 2 blacks there, and the other one was Italian, a Mike Master Marino, and then Cole, right? Cole was jet black. My mother had brought a pool table for me and had it over there, and the white boys wouldn't even let me play on my own pool table.
Wow.
But I thought, right, this shit was cool. You know, you white, you right. One day Cole stepped up on me. Cole was about 13 and smacked the shit out of me, man. Ah! Using called me the N-word. And I better not see you letting me. Then he went and whipped them white boys up. Right? And I said, oh man. And so I had me a little crew. You know, they wouldn't let me do no hustling. They would do house breaking and all that, right? And they stole some woman's snake. Right?
A snake.
A snake. Broke in somebody's house, stole the snake.
That's mean. You still
Right.
got damn
Snake, right? Then he beat the snake died. Right? But my association with him, so they put me out of there. But before they put me out of there, they had nuns that would run around and take shaving cream while you was asleep and spread on your gentle and leave a nickel.
He told me
Right? I mean,
No, not about that. This is something with the
you
future.
telling me
You
that?
talking about the future.
you know what was happening
I'm
then.
talking to him.
Oh yeah, right?
Shave
And,
cream on your
mother-
motherfucking
yeah,
crap.
And leave a nipple.
Yeah,
You know, the nipple.
right. And my mother went up there, man, because I told her, I said, one of the nuns kept putting her hand in my face and smelled like fish. My mother went up there, man, and went off. So they wanted to put me out of that.
He told my man, said he got put out of here.
Look, every school I I went.
Everywhere.
Right? So then they sent me to Harrison, right? 17th and Euclid. And then they sent me to put me out of there and put me in Cook. Right? So I meet some Ricky Brown, Roach Brown, and the brothers and all that, all was up there. They wound up putting me out of there. And I wound up going to West. I go to sit in the window because the joint was hot. And the teacher said I was trying to jump out the window. They put me out of West. But watch this. Then they sent me to Bundy College, School of No Knowledge. Right? I get busted there with a JLP jacket on, Leetro Park, right? And a cap. And I had a 25 automatic and a straight razor. They wind up putting me out of that. But now, so my age ain't matching.
Yeah, ain't matching.
Right? With the grade, right?
Yeah.
So they wind up giving me a pass and sent me to Francis.
Got put out of France.
Uptown.
According to my research guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got put out of Francis too.
And from there, it was prison. You received home and law, Merlin and all that, man. But it wasn't that I was a bad guy. I was just a victim of circumstances in a lot of them spots, man. You know? But it be what it be. You know, but I met some good men and good women along the way, man. Right? But my mother was deaf, man. You know, I ain't got to tell you about her. You know her well.
There's no question.
You know?
So high school, no high school?
Yeah, that was Francis. No, high school, no.
So after Francis,
No, straight to,
penitentiary.
right? Seaman,
Stephen Holmes.
Law, Merlin, National Training School. From National Training School, I went there, Petersburg. From Petersburg, I went to El Reno. From El Reno, I wound up going to Leavenworth and Lewisburg as a holdover, and eventually wound up in Marion, Illinois. Matter of fact,
According to my, before you get, come on, pull your facts up.
right,
According to my research guy, he said you was a gangster. You wasn't no petty crime, motherfucker. He said
He said you was a gangster.
yeah, you wasn't no petty crime, motherfucker.
You wasn't in a way.
They said you was going after that money.
So live and then exclusive.
Come on with it, back me up.
Yeah, I'm back here. It's
From
true
his
that.
files with him. Live and
No,
exclusive.
he's definitely Hey, the brother got documents of what happened.
Yeah.
He said, hey, never before seen.
Yes, sir.
Exclusive X-Files.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, and the reason why I brought this
Malik, Farrakhan.
is behind the fact Dog Baby, the Right Hook, did a podcast on it,
Yeah.
and it was supposed to be about boxing.
Okay.
But the first thing she come out with, want to know how I got paralyzed, right?
Yes.
And you know, she fine and she want to be, but she got to giggling and laughing and woo. And I said, baby, if I had known that, I'd have brought the documents.
Documents is right there.
So you could see that this, what I'm saying, is 100%
Ain't no bullshit.
totally legit,
Legit.
right? 'Cause I don't really talk
Come
about
back
it.
and look at those in a minute.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, Malik, when we come back, take a pause for the call. Come back live in the den with the X-Files. Malik.
They want a testimony.
Yes, sir.
He said that extra. I like that one.
We'll be right back, man. Live in the den with my friend. Ceasefire, don't smoke the brothers and
Now
sisters.
this one tell you
CEO.
about,
He definitely
yellow.
read that because I ain't got no